this area I'm in right here is almost always tense and tight and raw in through here in smokers. And that's from a sensory overload, from the stomach and lungs being irritated. The afferent fibers, the nerve fibers that feed from the organs to the spine and up the spine into the brain, become overloaded with too much sensory information because the stomach's always irritated, the lungs are always irritated, and the acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter, at the level of the spinal cord will actually spill over. There's just so much of it gathering there, it will spill over into the motor section of the spinal cord and cause tension and tightness in these areas. Now see, this has dropped very nicely now. See it? In other words, there was still tension after the deep work I did, and it wasn't until I did this very light touch work that this actually did completely drop, which is the value to this. Breathing and relaxing. So we search them out. And then a final thing I'll do is I'll just kind of take the heel of my hand and kind of scoop against this sacrum and just pull upwards on the head here, just with some nice, not too hard pressure, and I just kind of traction that entire spine. And you have to be careful with any of this. With some people with a bad low back or disc problem, even this might be too much, and it could aggravate, and they'll tell you it bothers them, and so you don't want to do it if it hurts. But for most people, they get a lot of relief with this type of traction. I'm pulling up on the head, I'm pulling down on the sacrum, nice light pressure, nothing heavy, and just letting it all relax. Okay, and I just feel everything relaxing now, all up through here. And then I finish with what you do is you find the gluteal muscles that are tighter, and you lift up on those. Just hold it. And what that does is, one thing it does is it lifts a ligament called the sacrotuberous ligament that runs between the sacrum and the ischial tuberosity of the iliac bone. And what it does is it causes a type of reflex reaction that causes all these muscles on that side, the erector spinae muscles, it causes them all to kind of drop, to kind of relax, because it kind of takes the workload off of them. So I wait for things to relax again, and I do one more scan. So I do this twice, and usually the second time through is doesn't take as long because things are already pretty relaxed. So that's feeling great there. This is all staying nice. Hold this for a little bit. Light pressures, just feeling for any kind of little bit of tension. There's a little bit right there still. Okay, just wait. Breathing and relaxing. And sometimes it's just so raw or traumatized that it's not going to relax. And after a while, after a certain amount of time, you just kind of say, okay, well, that's not going to drop. I'm just going to move on. But that shouldn't happen very often. That would be only with a real acute problem or trauma or something. So that's basically it. That's a specific spinal massage. You could call it trigger point.